Oh my God. So I'm like, hey, man, I'll take you in the back and make you cry, like make you scream, dude. Like, what are you talking about? But if I make it, we even. So I'm like, oh, all right. So I shoot. I make it. Boom. He shot. He missed. Bam. I said, so you got me 100. And he was like, bet back. I'm like, all right. So I shot. I make it. He shot. He make it. So I'm like, you still owe me 100? Yeah. So he like, no, we even. I'm like, I started laughing. I'm like, dude, you owe me 100.
One Terence Crawford has once again taken aim at Floyd Mayweather during a live interview, blasting him as a clout chaser who's only looking for easy money. This came after Floyd's recent tweets calling Crawford out for a fight. Crawford didn't hold back, saying, Floyd is broke, hating on my biggest win, and chasing another payday to cover his lifestyle. I'm not interested in
But when he presented himself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because
easy money grabs. When you look at his exhibitions, it's clear he's past his prime. Crawford also accused Mayweather of being unlikable and trying to steal the spotlight, following his historic win over Canelo Alvarez. According to Crawford, Floyd isn't a good role model for young fighters outside the ring, and there's nothing worth emulating about his lifestyle. While Crawford sits on top of the boxing world as a 3-division undisputed champion, Mayweather has been floating around, angling for another comeback. Asterisk.
And this dude just come over there and like, bet 100. I'm like, what? He like, bet 100? Bet 100 on what? He like, shot for shot, bet 100. So I'm like, so I make it, you get played the part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course he is.
What do you want to see him?
Asterisk 3 Crawford's frustration also comes from the fact that Floyd refused to support him. Before the fight, instead of predicting or backing him, Mayweather only revealed his betting slip after Crawford's win, bragging about the money he made. To Crawford, it was just another attempt to piggyback on his success. He fired back online, dismissing Floyd as delusional and
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
Ilia Topuria could knock out Bud Crawford on first contact. Is there any truth to it? Why is it always the MMA guys gotta go box? It doesn't sell. James Toney and the UFC lost a whole bunch of money with him. If Ilia Topuria really could beat up Terence Crawford, why didn't he go into boxing? Ilia is our champion. After seeing Conor, who could not make an amateur Olympic team.
drunk. But Mayweather wasn't the only one calling him out. On fight night, UFC lightweight champion Ilia Topuria also took issue with Crawford's walkout song, Canción del Mariachi from Desperado, which Topuria uses for his own entrances. After the fight, Topuria blasted him online, saying, first you call me drunk, then you walk out to my song. Crawford, I'll teach you how to dance that mariachi in the ring. And Canelo, I'll save you a round after him. Crawford brushed it off, calling Topuria just another clout.
When I looked at it, he came out in the southpaw stance and he took Canelo's jab away from him. As you know, if you take a fighter's jab away from them, then it's hard for them to really land. You force them to use one shot. And he forced him to use his backhand, his rear hand. Crawford was ready for the loop in the right hands. Crawford was ready for the body shot.
Carried the song out and performed tonight. I got Mexicans and Latinos on my side as well. So
did you know Ilia Topuria walks out to that song in the UFC?
You said what?
Ilia Topuria walks out to that song in the UFC.
Did he? Oh, good. Good for
chaser. Speaking on Ariel Helwany's show, he said, he's just chasing attention. I don't even know what he's thinking. I've never seen him fight. And when we met at the UFC pie, he didn't say a word about fighting me, just shook my hand. Now he's online talking crazy. That's fake. Asterisk 6 Crawford also questioned the value of such a crossover fight, saying it couldn't compare to Floyd versus McGregor. Tell me how much money I'd even get from fighting him.
None of it. He's like,
Who the f is that guy?
He's not on my level. He's not on Conor McGregor's level. What the hell is going on? I mean, come on, let's be honest. Jake Paul's fighting Gervonta Davis. If that can happen, or him fighting Mike Tyson, if there's a world that we live in where that can go down and get watched by millions of people on Netflix.
He's nowhere near Conor McGregor's level. Stop it. Don't compare him to Conor. I don't know him, never seen him fight, and I watch a lot of MMA. Topuria quickly fired back, claiming Crawford had a bad memory and vowing to knock him out. The first time we met, you told me good luck. Your memory fails you and soon your chin will too. I'll represent MMA against you, the so-called pound-for-pound best in boxing,
Conor was always willing to risk it. Ilia, I believe, is willing to risk it. Ilia versus Crawford. Am I wasting my time talking to you guys about that? Maybe not. There's not yet something here, but there's not nothing here. I've stated I don't know who he is. Ilia's mad. It works every time, and Ilia went crazy. Ilia's just, you don't know who I met you at this. When Ilia responds with truth, when he brings the receipts and the facts, that's what you do when you're angry.
Interestingly, not everyone sees it as a mismatch. Shocker Stevenson, Crawford's close friend, went on Hell Winnie's show and boldly predicted that Crawford could actually beat Topuria in MMA. Stevenson pointed to Crawford's wrestling background in Nebraska, saying, "I wouldn't be surprised if Bud knocked him out or even choked him out in MMA. He's just different." UFC legend Daniel Cormier doesn't buy it. Speaking on his podcast, he explained that Floyd Mayweather and Tyson Fury had the ability to
gotta leave Bud alone. I think Bud Crawford is just different. In a boxing ring with him, bro, you're not gonna last more than one round, I don't think. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets in the UFC and beat the out of some guys too, because he got a great wrestling back.
carry McGregor and Gnu in their crossover fights to make them look competitive. Crawford, in his view, wouldn't do that. Ilia is trying to follow McGregor's playbook, but he doesn't have the stardom. Crawford wouldn't play along. ******10 Cormier did admit, however, that Crawford might benefit from fighting Topuria. He said, "Bud has been searching for big opportunities his whole career. Who else is out there that could bring a new..."
Obviously, it was a great show today. I was curious about your entrance, how you came to choose that song in particular to walk out to.
Well, you know, it was part of my outfit. The outfit was inspired by the movie Desperado. As you see, I had the guitar and everything, and my great childhood friend, Rosendo Robles, he was the one that, you know, carried the song out.
Terence Crawford had the goddamn audacity to walk out to Ilia Topuria's walkout song. I mean, what on earth is going on? How dare he? That is Ilia Topuria's song, okay? Ilia Topuria took exception to this in a very big way, and now these two are going back and forth. They are talking shit, and Crawford ain't.
Fans. Topuria's name could be bigger than people think, and still, not everyone agrees. Michael Kisa told MMA Junkie he's against the idea, saying, "Absolutely not. We lost Conor after the Mayweather fight. That's not what Zuffa boxing should be about. Crawford is different from Floyd. He sells his brand through fighting, not trash talk. And Topuria isn't McGregor."
How did that feel to hear that from someone like him?
I just was like, well, you know, it's his personal opinion. He was in the ring with both of us. So a lot of people, you know, they can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. You know, one where he felt like he was at the best.
Well, former UFC champ Michael Bisping also warned Crawford against chasing a payday with Topuria. He said Crawford's already made around $50 million, and at 37, he doesn't need to risk his legacy. Bisping compared it to when he turned down Jake Paul after his own retirement. "I had my career. I wasn't going to lower myself." Crawford shouldn't either. Even if Crawford beat Topuria, many argue it wouldn't add to his boxing legacy. And if he tried MMA, his lack of cage experience could lead...
In the UFC world, Ilia Topuria says that if you guys ever boxed, he would knock you out based on the first punch.
That dude drunk, you know. Hey, you know, a lot of MMA guys, they drink a lot, so he must have been on that alcohol that day.
...to disaster. Dana White has already said he doesn't want UFC fighters dabbling in boxing again, with the exception of the unique Mayweather-McGregor event. Chael Sonnen thinks Topuria is different. He compared him to McGregor, saying, "Ilia really will fight anybody. He talks, but he also walks. That's rare. Maybe Crawford versus Topuria sounds crazy, but maybe not." Gasters 15. So now the question is this. With Crawford running out of challenges...
I'm betting my money on anybody who mother used to go outside and pay kids money to beat her son up. I'm paying y'all real cash money to beat my son, and nobody got the money. I'm betting on that guy.
You betting on that guy?
In boxing, should he chase another mega payday in a crossover fight? Or should he protect his legacy and stay away from the circus?
Big star, UFC, Ilia Topuria, and fight with the #1 boxer right now. If you can do that, why not do that?
We did see Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua.
And you think Topuria can fight with him?
I don't. You asked me straight up. I do not think so, because Crawford is not going to enter a fight like